Hi everyone, welcome to week two. I know week one was a lot of work. Week two is also going to be quite a bit of work. This week you have two chapters to read instead of just one, so you'll be going through chapters 2 and 3. And it does show you here, I have it broken out still into about the amount of time that you'll be spending in each unit for the week. I've also included two videos. These are going to be really helpful in just understanding what's going on in the world. They're both by the same woman, an economist, Kate Raworth. And this was on the podcast Freakonomics. I highly recommend listening to these, and it should take between 15 and 45 minutes for one or both to listen or to watch those. And these are just going to help you in developing strategic thought and critical thought around these areas. One thing you can do, since we do have two chapters, is to read the first chapter and then take the quiz, and then read the second or the third chapter, I'm sorry, and then take the quiz as well. The big assignment for this week, I went too far, is the World Health Organization Sustainable Development Goal Analysis. And it's going to be a more interactive process and type of assignment. You're going to start looking at the Sustainable Development Goals and making a case for which ones have the largest impact on the various areas of global health. So for hypothesis assignments, you get to work collaboratively and you get to look at the same document and comment, in the same space. So it's similar to a discussion board, but I like it because you're working on the same document. The entire class will be. So I have questions that you have to answer, and so you can find that information right here. So it's going to be all of these right here. So you have to pick a goal target that you think is the most important as you're reading through this document, and I'll show you exactly what you're going to be looking at. And you have to do it for the 7 areas. So right here, they're listed: social justice, poverty, literacy, gender equality, reducing prejudice and discrimination, migrant and refugee health, and then good governance. So you'll have to do a post for each one of these, and you'll have to choose which of the goal targets you think is most important to advancing or improving the area. So whether it's poverty or social justice, you'll choose. A lot of these areas are from chapter 3, and so I would recommend waiting until you've read through that chapter before you do this assignment. So don't wait till the end of the week to read that chapter. And then what you'll have to do is create an annotation, and I'll show you how to do that. And you need to include the goal that it applies to, so let's say poverty, and then enter down, you'll do a new line, and then you need to explain why you think it's the most important goal target to improve the area. Look at what you've learned in the book, and then you're going to want to develop that and explore that and tell me why. It's really not going to be, extensive, just about a paragraph. And the goal is to begin to apply what you're learning and engage in that conversation with your peers. And then you'll create annotations for all 7 areas, and then you have to reply to at least 3 of your peers. So you should have 10 posts total. So I'm going to show you. If you click on this, it will launch the PDF. So it's really long. It's 25 pages. And like I said, this will take a good portion of your time this week. But you need to look at the goals, and it's going to be for each of the 7 different development areas. So you are going to need to choose which one you think is the most important, and then you will annotate. So let's just say, for instance, this is the one that you've chosen that is the most important for, let's say, poverty. So you'll go and highlight, if I can do that, and then you'll annotate, and it should, I might have to move myself if you can see that. So it will show you that I've highlighted here, and so I will say poverty, and then my why. And so then you'll say why this is the most important, and then you'll post. So you'll need to do that for every development goal area. So there should be 7 of those, and then you'll have to reply to at least 3 of your peers, and that can be, a reply on your own post that somebody else has commented on. It can be a reply on somebody else's post, but you need to have at least 3 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Okay, so that is the main assignment for this week. And then you also have another one. We're going to begin the ethics module. This is not due this week because that's quite a lot of work for 1 week, but you really have until the end of week 3 to get this done. This is an ethics designated course as well, so you're really going to start to dive into ethical content, the different ethical viewpoints, and then in week 4 we really start to tie this into the material. So your responsibility is to watch through all of these different videos, and then there's one on every single ethical viewpoint that we'll talk about, and then you'll need to install or allow Adobe Flash Player, or you can just click on each of these and there's a PDF kind of quick look at what that viewpoint is really talking about. So again, this is not due this week, but you'll want to go through each one of these and each one of these videos because you are expected to know and understand and be able to convey the ethical viewpoints. And again, we'll start talking about that in week 4. So again, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll look at getting through this heavy week, but it's really going to start to shape and build all of our understanding about those sustainable development goals, and looking at those here in our nation and what you think is the most important, and being able to convey why, and then we'll start looking at that globally for our signature assignment in just a few weeks. So as always, let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to email me, but we'll get a good chunk of the way through, and you'll get through chapters 2 and 3 this week. Thanks.